What's going on, guys? T-Mart here, and today we are going to be breaking down the new Black Ops 3 reveal trailer that just came out not too long ago. So, if you guys haven't seen this trailer yet, I recommend you guys go watch it. I'll link it down in the description. This is one of the craziest trailers we've ever received because it has stuff from campaign, from multiplayer, and from zombies. Usually this time of year we only get campaign info with maybe a couple of teasers, but this one has it all. So make sure you guys go watch it in full, then come back here, and we're going to break it down and go through it frame by frame. So, starting off, the first part of it, it's just kind of scenes from the campaign and stuff like that. You guys will see some of the new, futuristic tech and suits and stuff like that. The thing to keep in mind is these are bio-augmented. These aren't just suits that they put on. These are things that are actually attached to them. Like some of the arms and stuff you'll see in this trailer have replaced those people's actual limbs, which is kind of crazy. Now, one of the first multiplayer scenes we see is right here, and it actually features swimming. So yes, swimming is in Black Ops 3, and it's really, really cool. I'm actually doing a video on it, so make sure you guys check out my channel. I'll go in detail about it. But it's super, super good. It's smooth, it's simple, it's streamlined, and it works really well. Like it actually has a purpose to it. It's not just kind of like a random fad just to get people excited. It's like it's actually useful in some of the maps. So it's pretty cool. Swimming in multiplayer, we've never had that before. Now, next up, you actually get to see some gameplay from the Reaper Specialists. So, Specialists are new kind of like special characters in multiplayer that have special weapons and abilities that they can use. I also did an in-depth video on this. Make sure you guys check that out. But to the Reapers, he basically turns his arm into a death machine. And he runs around with like this machine gun mowing people down, which is really, really cool. Now, next up, we see some campaign gameplay of somebody shooting these insects out at enemies and actually sets them on fire. It's super, super intense. Could this possibly be a multiplayer score streak, like the Swarm score streak or something like that? It could, which would be pretty awesome. Next up right here, we get to see one of the new movement mechanics, which is the thrust slide. So one of the cool things about this is once you initiate that thrust slide, you can move 360 degrees. So you start sliding, then you can turn around, you're sliding backwards, firing at enemies, or you can turn to the side or do whatever you want. So it's pretty cool in that regard. Now, next up, we see some more campaign gameplay. The campaign looks like it's going to be pretty epic. Bipedal robots are some of your worst enemies, or kind of like, robots with two legs that look like humans. Those are some of the worst things you're going to be fighting against. You got to keep that in mind. You aren't just fighting against humans in this one, which is kind of cool. Also, you get to see some footage from the spike gun. This could possibly be a score streak as well. It's definitely going to be in the single player, though. This thing basically shoots like, explosives at the enemy and blows them up. It's pretty cool. Next up, we see all kinds of campaign, kind of craziness, driving, head stomping, laser sighting, stealth. There's a quote in there that says, "How far can we push technology before it starts pushing back?" And obviously, that's kind of a theme behind the campaign. Then we see some possible zombies teasers here. You guys can see a bunch of body bags, as well as this really freaky dead dude leaning up against the wall. So I'm not sure what he's looking out for. Next up, we've got wall running. So wall running is another big movement mechanic in Black Ops 3. Basically, if you run at a wall in multiplayer and you jump and you're kind of angled at it, you'll start running along the wall, and you can run for quite some time. Eventually, if you go too far, you'll start to kind of fall off. But while you're wall running, you can look around, you can aim down sight, you can fire, you can turn around, you can do all kinds of stuff. So the idea behind this game is to link all these movements together, to, link mantling or traversing with wall running, with boost sliding, with stuff like that, and you can really make some pretty cool combos. It's almost like dancing in a way. It's kind of cool. It's like it's the upgraded, new version of what Advanced Warfare started with the boost jumping and stuff like that. Now, next up, we see some gameplay from the Locust Bolt Sniper. I actually got to use this thing in multiplayer. It's pretty good. It's a one-shot kill from the waist up. It's got some interesting iron sights. These are actually the iron sights you're seeing here. Or not iron sights, but the stock scope you're seeing here, which is kind of cool. Next up, we see some more crazy campaign action. This crazy boost punching action. I'm not sure if that's going to be multiplayer. I hope it's not. Also, you can take over drones in the campaign, which is kind of cool. Next up, we actually get to see some of the specialist abilities. So like I said earlier, we saw the Reaper special ability with the machine gun arm. Well, there's also this powerful Magnum-like pistol that can shoot people from across the map and kill them. There's a slam attack, and then there's also a compound bow, which are all pretty sweet, and I'll actually talk about that in the specialist video as well, so make sure you guys check out that video. Also, right here, we get to see a kill streak from multiplayer, a score streak from multiplayer. I don't remember, I think these are called the RAPs, the R.A.P.S. And these things are like these crazy roly balls of death. They'll come in, drop down from a ship, and roll around the map trying to take people out. And it's kind of like dogs in a way. It's like futuristic dogs, because they're going to seek out enemies and try to kill them. And then finally, right at the very, very, very end, we get a quick little teaser of zombies. It's really not much, doesn't teach us much, just kind of a zombie ripping